having them testify, you'll be able to cross-examine those witnesses, meaning after Mr. Quay is finished, you'll be able to ask them questions as well.
Okay.
All right. And are you going to be you're going to be testifying on your behalf?
Testifying to what
Well,
exactly?
You've asked for hearing.
I asked for an impartial hearing to a
Yes.
superintendent's hearing that occurred.
I'm just saying you have the opportunity to testify on your behalf. If you have no witnesses, you have no witnesses. The department, the district has the burden of proof. So the district has to prove what they have done is appropriate in terms of providing a free, appropriate public education for Ryan. So it's not required that you testify, but you may want to testify after they've finished their case. That's basically it. Why don't I let me just explain one other thing to you. Although I'm going to let Mr. Quay make an opening statement, and you'll be able to make an opening statement too if you want to. It's not required. That is not part of how I make my decision. My decision is based only on documents offered as evidence and testimony under oath. So only is that a binder? I have to have that whole binder you're bringing with you?
Yes.
They're going to want to put in all these documents to evidence. And I will be looking at the documents that are admitted to evidence and the witness statements under oath. So what Mr. Quay says, while it may be informative, it's not going to be what I base my decision on, just so you understand. So what I'd like to do first is hear an opening statement, a brief opening statement from Mr. Quay, and then you can have the opportunity to make a statement, Ms. Clark.
Well, before we even get to opening statements, I wanted to make some preliminary applications, and the first application I have is understanding that expedited impartial hearings, that there's no procedure for a sufficiency motion. I nevertheless contend that Ms. Clark had requested a due process hearing, which in essence reads like a review of the superintendent's hearing, the Education Law 3214 hearing. So the basis for my motion to dismiss is that respectfully, the hearing officer does not have jurisdiction to preside over this matter, as the only request for relief constitutes an appeal of the superintendent's hearing, which is within the purview of the Commissioner of Education.
Isn't this a manifestation determination review issue?
The way the due process was phrased was in the section that I believe she used the parent used the state education form in the portion that states what is your call to action. In essence, Ms. Clark stated that she had an issue with the superintendent's hearing. In the proposed relief, Ms. Clark put that she wanted a parent member at the manifestation meeting, but did not indicate the specific issue regarding the manifestation. Out of an abundance of caution, we treated this like an expedited due process hearing, because she mentioned manifestation meeting, but this district's position at this case is not unlike the BPP New York City Department of Education case.
It is not like that.
It's not unlike the it's BP against New York City Department of Education. The site's 841 Federal Supplement 2nd 605. It's an Eastern District case, 2012. It's
I'm going to want hard copies of any cases that you cite, Mr. Quay.
certainly.
And actually, we should also be giving it. I don't think the parent is going to be
I can provide.
interested in reading it.
I can provide Ms. Clark with
a
a
copy
copy.
should be given to her as well.
In that case, it's similar circumstances. There was a complaint about manifestation, but really what it was a mention of manifestation. It wasn't any specifics. So my first application is to dismiss the due process. In the alternative, I would ask this hearing officer to inquire of Ms. Clark prior to taking opening statements and evidence, whether she's able to identify the issues that are going to be addressed at the hearing. it's only fair that even though the district has the burden of proof, it's in this kind of circumstance, it would save a lot of hearing time if we were able to establish what the issues were in this case.
All right, well, I'm not going to dismiss it. I will reserve judgment on that for a final decision. And I know that if there was a sufficiency motion, it should have been brought within 5 days, assuming
If it
sufficiency
was
is
even-
appropriate, yes. In terms of inquiring concerning the issues, can you give me a copy of the hearing request?
Yes.